Hello students, in the last session we have discussed tuples. In that we have studied what is tuple, how tuples are declared in Python. Then we have studied how an empty tuple can be declared and even how we declare a singleton tuple. We have also seen one simple example on tuple. In today's session, we will discuss list and mutability. So let's start. So list, like a tuple, a list is an ordered sequence of values where each value is identified by an index. So each value is identified by an index. Even a list can contain some set of values, and those values can be of any type. The syntax of expressing literals of type list is similar to that used for tuples. Yes, the syntax is also almost similar to the syntax of tuples. Now the difference is that we use square brackets rather than parentheses in list. In tuple we use round brackets, but in list we use square brackets. So the empty list is written as square bracket open and square bracket close, whereas in tuple the empty tuple is declared like round bracket open and round bracket close. This is an empty tuple, but an empty list can be declared as square bracket open and square bracket close. Now in case of singleton list, it is written without that comma before closing brackets. Now remember, a singleton tuple is declared, for example, we declare it like if it is having only one element, it is declared as the element, then comma. So this is a singleton tuple. But in case of list, a singleton list is simply declared like this, and it do not have a comma before the closing bracket. So there is no comma after the value. This is a singleton list and this is a singleton tuple. Now list differ from tuple in one hugely important way, that is lists are mutable, whereas tuples or even strings are immutable. Now what does it mean, mutable and immutable? It simply means, mutable means changeable, means we can make modifications to the contents of list. In contrast, immutable simply means after creation the modifications to the tuples and string cannot be done. So that is mutable and immutable. So let's see one simple example on list. So this example, here we have declared a list with a name L, and it contains the first value, that is I did it all, and this is of type string. You can see it has been enclosed in single quote. so it is of type string. Then comma, the second value 4, it is of type integer, and third value again it is a string, that is love. So totally this list L contains 3 different elements or 3 different values, and 2 of which are string and 1 is integer. Now using a loop or a for loop, we can print all the elements of a list. For that, the syntax is for I in range, again a range function is used, range in bracket length of L. So length function here can be used to find the length of a list. So len of L simply returns the value that is 3, because length of this L, it is 3. So we have 3 elements. So this loop for I in range will repeat for 3 number of times, and for the first time when it repeats, we are printing L of I. So initial value of I is 0. So L of 0 means we will be printing the first element in the list L, and that is I did it all. Same way, when the loop repeats for the second time, I is having value 1, so we are printing L of 1 and it will print 4. Lastly, it will print love. So the output which it produces when you execute it is I did it all, then 4 and love. So this is how we can declare a simple list, and we can print even the elements of a list by using a for loop. Now we have used here indexing to print the elements from a list. Okay, let's execute the simple program and verify the output of this program. Okay, let me copy this code itself and I'll open idle. Okay, idle is open. Let us open the file, new file. Okay, the code has been copied. And move this line. So we have a tuple here, sorry, a list, and the name of a list, it is L. So after that, we are simply using a for loop to print the elements of a list. Okay, so to save, simply click on file and save. I'll save it with a name that is list demo, and simply click on save. It has been saved. Let us execute this. Okay, it is showing an error. You can just read the error. There is an error in your program, expected an indentation block. It is saying we expect an indentation here. Now you can see we have a for loop, and inside the for loop there is a statement that is print. So when you declare statement inside a loop, there should be a tab at the beginning, and that is the reason there was a error. Okay, let me execute it again now. Now this time you can see it is printing the output. I did it all for lab. Now it has printed all the elements of a list. So this is how we can create a simple list, and we can print the elements from a list. Okay, that's it for today's session. We will stop here. We will continue our discussion of list even in the next session. So thank you.